Okay, so it's the end of the season here, or end of the normal boating season here. It's starting to get cold, and figure I should do some preventative maintenance and tidy some things up, put the engine back in it, and get it to the point where I can ride it for another 50 hours trouble-free. So it's been through a few stick jams where I dented it a little bit there, and there's a carp that jumped out and we impaled right here, which tore the wrap up because it's bones. Overall, the boat's held up awesome. You can see a little bit of wear and tear on the UHMW. I'll get under here. Overall, though, it's been holding up awesome. I put the engine in this boat at 86 hours, and it now has 138. So it's right at 52 hours that I've put on this since I built it, and yeah, awesome. It's held up great. It does everything we need it to. I've now been through 3 impellers, or been through 2 impellers. I'm on my 3rd, and a lot of that was just ignorance, not knowing how to drive the boat in certain shallow conditions. But overall, it's been fantastic. I'm just gonna pull the engine out, replace the crank position sensor, replace the reluctor wheel. I'm putting a new cam position sensor in it. I'm putting a new belt on it, new serpentine pulleys and bearings, and I'm gonna put a new pump shaft bearing in there, just to make sure that this thing will run for another 50 hours without any issues at all, because being stuck up a creek with no way of getting back is awful. So I'll finish replacing the oil, and then I'll pull the engine out and start that maintenance. Okay, all the electrical connectors, the water hoses, fuel lines, and motor mounts have been disconnected. The boost tubes, exhaust, all the works. So now I'm going to use the engine hoist to pull this out.
right, so in the process of taking out the motor, buddy Nick in Canada sent me a picture of how his wiring distribution panel turned out in his mini jet boat, and I decided to rip all of my harness out and redo it because his looks damn good, and I figure I have like 4 or 5 months before it's warm again to do it myself. Actually, probably longer than that. But yeah, all right, so I'm gonna pull the seats out and build a kick panel at the front there, and vinyl wrap the dash and speakers and all the works. But this this first maintenance video is probably just going to be rebuilding the pump shaft, redoing the wiring harness, pulling all the stuff out, and assessing everything. So all right, I will finish pulling the seats and the gas tank out, and yeah. Yeah, not as dirty as I thought it would be, but still pretty dirty. And I'm glad the way I built this, because it makes it easy to pull the gas tank and the seats out all in one fell swoop. So this thing actually held together. Pat's an awesome welder, especially for never having built a fuel cell or fuel tank. Some people get all butthurt. Alrighty, drop this down and then start on the kick panel down there. That's why it was so noisy. It's because I suck at welding. Yeah, it broke on both sides. So. Alright, well, I don't know what I'm going to do to strengthen that. I'll just not suck at welding. Alright. So that's all clean down there. That's all clean up there. Still got to grind it down before I do anything. But, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to fix this because that broke, and then fix that, and fix this back panel. And make sure they never come apart again. $19. $13. $19 minus 13 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 3-inch sections on each side. I'm going to carve it out and call it a day. All right, now with the support that goes across there, that should make this a whole lot stronger. And I plan to actually use some, I'm gonna drill that out and tap it so that it's a much larger bolt holding my, my fuel cell in. And I also got this re-welded, so it's very strong. I put a copious amount of material in there. So it shouldn't break, shouldn't. So yeah, that's gonna wrap this video up. The next video, I'll be relocating the battery box, the distribution panel up towards this area, and I'm gonna be redoing the relays and the fuse box situation and all that good stuff. So I probably shouldn't be welding this boat with a server on it, but all right, that will conclude this video, and yeah, until next time.